Today we're looking at some weighted action keyboards that are light, affordable, gig worthy. The Kawai ES60 and the Roland FP-30X. They're similar in price range, but there's some differences. Stick around. Hi, this is Ted Barsley with Alamo Piano Galleries. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and also shop our website at alamopianogalleries.com. You'll be able to find out a lot of information about these two keyboards, the Kawai ES60 and the Roland FP-30X. We normally have those in stock. There'll be pricing information and all that, as well as anything else that you see on the channel will be available there. Interesting, this is kind of a new release from Kawai. It is our entry line type of digital portable. I do like it. It's geared up to where you can get the stand with it and extra pedals, the same thing with the Roland. The Kawai comes in at around $500 cost and the Roland comes in, it depends, anywhere between, say, $750 on up. Sometimes you can get them on sale a little less than that. So there is a price differential between these two units that I'm talking about today. And I don't know if it's, you know, you can say I'd compare one against the other and which one would you choose, but I would say it depends on who the end user is and what you're going to be doing with the keyboards. First off, the Kawai has, it's got about 17 voices in it, so it's not an overly expanded keyboard. It has 30 different rhythm patterns that you can play along with. It has a 20-watt split in half, 10 watts channel sound system with about 12 centimeter speakers. And that's the same speaker size that they have on the Roland system. The Roland system has 2 extra watts, 1 per channel. It has 2 11-watt per channel amplifiers in it. The Roland also has the Bluetooth feature. Both of these keyboards sound great. The sound systems are very, very identical. I think the Kawais might be placed in a position to where they get a little bit more oomph out of the feel of the keyboard. But then again, it has a little bit lighter touch as well. I noticed that the touch on the Roland it is their supernatural piano, and they have the responsive hammer light, special action kind of made for this keyboard. It is light, it's a light action. And I think they did that for 2 reasons. One is that their probably first geared market is beginner. And second is going to be that it keeps it light. You can go out to portability to a gig and bring it back. It's somewhere around 22, 23 pounds. It has 1/4-inch jacks, both for left and right channel, out in the back. It's a wonderful unit. You can go to a gig, play, just leave it on the piano setting. I think that's primarily what that keyboard was made for, in order to change a sound. To change a sound, both of these keyboards have the same common function. You have to use 2 hands. You have to hit a function or a sound button, and then the sound you're looking for. Fortunately, on the Kawai, I like this, they label them. There's piano, there's electric pianos, there's strings, and it's kind of hard to see. But at the same time, this is not one of my favorite features on keyboards, but you do see it a lot on their entry line or their more affordable economy type product. The same thing with Roland, except theirs are just keys. There's no breakdown of these sounds, and these sounds, and there's a reason for that. There's 321 sounds in the Roland as compared to the 17 sounds in the Kawai. That makes a really big difference. And also, I do prefer the feel and the action of the Roland. It's a little heavier. This one is perfect for going out and having a nice, easy gig, or having a beginner or a starter student, whether they're a young person or an older, could be like a retired person starting. I have a lot of comments from them. Why do you always assume a beginner is a 10-year-old? So like, this is a good keyboard for anyone of all age that is a beginner. The Kawai does not have Bluetooth. The Bluetooth is kind of a valuable function if you are working a gig where you need some sound in between. It's also nice, the sound system on both of these keyboards, you can play along and use each company's apps that go with each model. With that, we're going to go in and have a listen to the Roland and Kawai. I'd be interested to hear your comments about what you think is the differences. Mostly, my main concern with this video was just the primary piano sound. Piano like number one coming out of the Roland, and piano number one coming out of the Kawai. It is an SKEX sample on the Kawai. I really like the sound of the Kawai. I was a little tripped up sometimes on the keyboard. It is a little light, but then again, for the demo, I did not have it on the additional stand that you can get that comes with it. The same thing with the Roland. I highly recommend getting those stands, and the reason why they're never really talked about in it, I should probably talk about the stand that comes as an accessory. The reason why they're an accessory is so the cost of the instrument is low, and the other item is not necessary to make a sound and practice and rehearse. That's why it's an accessory. I think on a piano it should be mandatory that it comes with the right height and the right steady kind of stand. That's very important. Plus the 3 pedals opens up those features inside the sound cards. Which one did I prefer playing? I preferred playing the Roland. The keyboard feels a little more solid. The Kawai plays great. It would be a wonderful keyboard to have at a gig, so you wouldn't have to worry about, and I mean a gig where you're playing as a keyboard. It's not really just the primary guy. I would need to practice on this if I went to a gig because the action is a little light and that throws me off a lot. And the keyboard itself as being light means that it's kind of designed to go in and out. There's always been a keyboard request for something to go in and out of a nursing home real quick for maybe a 60 or 90 minute gig or performance or during lunchtime or some kind of a special event. Traditionally, those have been great keyboards. The Kawais were always a little bit too bulky or too heavy. This one here, they have a great model. In this EX60, they're more in line with the Yamaha P143, which is a great in and out kind of a recreational keyboard. The same thing with the Roland. What I do like about the Roland, it's in the price range. It's a little bit on the high end, but it has so many extra features. It's hard not to look at it. It is a great piano. It's lovely to play, and it has really good, wonderful sounds, and it has been a proven model. It's been a go-to model for a lot of people. Of the FP-30, 60, and 90s that Roland has out, I believe we sell more of the 30s. It is on the low end of that spectrum, but it does deliver a lot of features. It's not necessarily considered a fair thing to put something that's a little bit bigger, both just in price and features, in a category with something that's designed to sell for right around $500. That's a great, great beginner keyboard or first piano. The fact that there's something that has this kind of quality of touch and tone to it, it is on the lighter side of the touch, but it is really nice. It's not as heavy as some of the real pianos we have around here, which I do play more of, but a lighter touch means you have to play just a little bit lighter and don't knock on it so hard. That I would have to kind of work with a little bit. And if that sounds like a keyboard, that would be wonderful for you, because it could be a beginner that's, then again, not 10 years old, could be my age or older and has arthritis. We get a lot of requests for that. I'm already there. I can start to feel it coming up here on top, and that's been there for the last 6-7 years. Even when I was in my late 30s and 40s and playing concerts, I can remember I'd run my hands underneath hot water before I'd go out, especially on the tops. Now that I'm getting older, I'm starting to understand why you want a lighter touch, because you can play just as much without putting so much effort into it. And I guess that's part of it. If you have not played either one of these, you're going to have a great time going out and sampling them or checking them out. Again, this is the Kawai ES60, which is a great portable digital that you can use professionally or just contained as it is. And the same thing with the Roland FP-30X. It's a great portable keyboard. You can use it with the stands, with accessories, or just as it is. They both have built-in speakers that sound great, produce enough sound to even get a good sing-along going in a medium-sized room. If you have any questions or comments, or want to add your experiences to our comments, please go ahead and list them below, and we'll be looking for you in the future. This has been Ted Barsley with Alamo Piano Galleries. Thank you so much for your time.